welcome back to my channel. Today's video is a little bit festive, and by festive I literally just mean my lip colour and my earrings are little presents. They're cute, but today's video is just showing you my take on like a festive look. It's mainly just the lipstick, isn't it? But it's sort of like more glowier skin, even though it's still matte. It's got that sort of glow to it and it will last quite a long time. And I have combination / oily skin. My makeup don't last long. But yeah, if you want to see this look a bit glowier, then keep on watching. Okay, so I've done most of my base and my brows, so I'm going to tell you what I've used so far up to this point. I first went in with the e.l.f. Mint Melt Cooling Face Primer. I want my base to... dropped it. I want my base to last, and I feel like this does help. It reminds me of the Milk Hydro Grip, where you need to let it set and like get sort of tacky. I then, because we're going in with like a... this is like what I'd wear to a Christmas party sort of look, maybe, potentially. I have a Christmas party coming up. I used the Hollywood Flawless Filter by Charlotte Tilbury. Mine's in the shade number 1. And just douse my face in that, and you can see it coming through, especially in these lights. And I don't use this often enough, and I should because it's great. I then used my Fenty Pro Filter Soft Matte Longwear Foundation in the shade 120, and then I used the concealer, what is it called, the Pro Filter Instant Retouch Concealer in the shade 120 as well. They're so cute, look, they're like, the packaging matches each other, they're so adorable. I used this concealer on spots, like I've got loads of spots around my chin and stuff from wearing masks at work. My skin is going through it. But yeah, I wanted a more matte longwear foundation. I've got oilier skin, so I then used the my voice is going weird, the Rimmel the Multitasker Concealer. Mine's in the shade Porcelain. I just used that under my eyes, literally just under my eyes. And then I used the Beauty Bay Eye Base in number 2 on my eyelids. I then set my eyelids and my under eyes with the Rimmel Insta Fixer Matte Translucent Powder. I then set the rest of my face with this Huda Beauty Loose Powder Easy Bake Loose Baking and Setting Powder in the shade Pound Cake. I'm getting there. Oh, look at that. I hate this powder. Well, I don't hate it. I hate the smell of it. It just doesn't... it just gets in your nose and it gets too far up your nose, and it just... I hate the sifter on it, and yeah. I then sprayed some of the I Heart Revolution Watermelon Dewy Makeup Fixing Spray just to get rid of some of that powderiness. And then I used my XX Fine Brow from XX Revolution. I think this is medium brown, but it has nothing on it. I'm so far, I'm nearly done with that. And then I used my Benefit Brow Micro Filling Pen in the shade medium brown. I think this is on its last legs too, but I don't use it as much as I use the pencil. I don't use as much of it as I do with the pencil. And then I've got the Charlotte Tilbury Legendary Brow Gel in the shade Star Brow. I don't like this as much as I thought I would. The brush is so tiny on it, but I feel like it does nothing. But it has like brow fibres in it, so I don't know. And then that is where we are right now. I will finish off my brows and do like bronzer later on. So eyeshadow and lips are the main thing. I'm going for a red lip. It will match my hair. Good. Oh my god, it literally matches my hair. These 3 palettes are the ones I have in my stash this month. If you guys don't know, I do shop my stashes every month, and these are the ones I picked out for December. I have the Too Faced Gingerbread Extra Spicy. I love this palette. I got this I think last Christmas. It was from the Christmas before, so like 2019 or 2018. I love the shades, they're so me. But yeah, I love that. It smells beautiful. I also have the Colourpop Going Coconuts just as a neutral, because that one's very warm. I've got this as a neutral, and then I've got the Charlotte Tilbury. I've tried to bring in Charlotte Tilbury stuff this month just because otherwise I won't use it. So, and I feel like Charlotte Tilbury is very special, so I don't use it unless it's like a special occasion, and then I still don't want to use it because it's special. But yeah, I've got the Charlotte Tilbury Easy Eye Palette for the Charlotte Darling look. That's what it looks like. And today, I think I'm just going to use the gingerbread palette because I'm going for warm toned browns with a pop of gold. So yeah, let me grab my blushes. Got some brushes. I'm probably just going to speed through this because I'm not a makeup artist. But I think I'm probably going to go for this gingerbread glam shade on my crease. Is that brown matte? I'm going to use the shade for the Graham, like Graham Cracker, I think. It's got slight shimmers in it, but I've just swatched it. It doesn't really show up. It's like a satin, so I'm going to use that on my transition, and I'm using the gingerbread glam on my crease, and then use Cookie Cool as brown on my outer corner, and then I will come back and we will do the lid. So I'm going to speed this bit up. There we go. So I'm going to use my finger for the lid shade. I think I'm going to do this shade called Candy Queen. It's beautiful. I was using like Half Baked the other day, but I think this one will be prettier. And I'm just going to apply that on like my inner. I say inner, it's not really inner. It's just there. I love like a golden brown eye anytime, but around Christmas, golds on the lid just are something else. And I don't like Too Faced's formula too much. I prefer Decay or Natasha Denona. Just gonna have a look and see if in either of these other two palettes there's a better shade. No. Okay. I should have brought like a Super Shock shadow over with me or something. Oh, actually, I might use a bit of my highlighter because I feel like this is a bit too like. It's not too va-va-voomy enough. So I'm just taking the Soph Cookies and Cream highlighter and just using a bit of this one. I'm just going to put it over a little bit, like the tiniest bit just to add a bit more like sheen, is that the word? I did a little something, that's fine. So with like a festive look, I would, well, with a brown look, I'd usually use like brown liner in my waterline, but I don't think I need it, and I'd either do that or a nude. I don't think I need the nude either, so we're gonna go straight onto bronzer. I like to have a matte bronzer anyway, and I might top it off with, I've got one of my Hourglass palettes here. I might use the bronzer in there just to top it up a little bit because it's a bit more sheeny. But this is the Vive Modern Bronzer Bronzing Duo in the shade Light, and I might just mix the two, but I'm using mainly that one because one's more warm and one's more cool. I feel like I look very pale, especially with my lights on. Okay, I changed my mind. I'm doing mainly the warm with a hint of the cooler. I feel like the cool one just doesn't suit my skin too well. Not when I'm trying to bronze. Oh, that's a bit better. There we go. I love this bronzer, by the way. Such a good formula. I love Vive. I love Vive anyway. It's like, I love Jamie Genevieve, but I love Vive as a brand. I think it's amazing quality, especially this packaging and everything for these, and you can pop them out. There's a little hole in there. And then for blush, I'm going to use my Hourglass blushes. I've got this palette, which is last year's bigger palette. This is the Lighting Edit Sculpture, and I might use that one, but I also love the Hourglass Sublime Flush blush. It's just beautiful, but I think I'm going to go more warm toned today. So yeah, this middle one is called Strawberry Blush in Vibrant Flush. What's this one? I love this one, which is Mood Exposure. That's what it looks like on my brush. I love a lot of blush anyway, but especially I'm going all in. Oh, beautiful, beautiful. I love Hourglass blushes. They're so nice, and they're not too much on like a first application like that, but I like to build them up a bit more, especially like here, you know. I'm one of them people, and then I put a little bit over the bridge of my nose. And then while we're here, I'm just going to dust the brush off a little bit. I'm going to use some of that bronzer in this palette. It looks a bit dark, but it's actually alright. This shade is Natural Bronze Light, so I'm just going to take the tiniest bit and just add that like up here. Oh, I've got an itch. Just around a little bit. I have definitely got an itchy nose. What the heck? I hate when you get an itchy nose and you've done your makeup. I'm just going to add a little bit of the two lighting powders. They are finishing powders. They're dim light and diffuse light. I think this one's dim light and this one's diffuse light. I just take a brush. I'm using that same brush I used earlier, and I'm just going to go over my forehead. I'm going to go over my chin and over my nose. and just like soften everything down here. I don't do this all the time. I should use these powders really. I have them, so I should use them, but I never do. The only thing I'm not going to use is the highlighter, but I like this highlighter. It's not the worst. It's actually pretty. It's just not, I like a more, what's the word? A more, you know? Which is why I'm going to use this Soft one. There we go. I've been using a fan brush recently again. Well, not again, I never used to. This is the Zoeva Luxe fan brush. It's not too thin, it's sort of thicker. And then yeah, I use the same Revolution Soft Cookies and Cream, and I'm just gonna use, I think I'm just gonna use this one. I'm just gonna take it here. Pretty. Then take a small little brush, literally he's Diddy, and take a little more golden tone one and put that on my inner corners and like properly douse my inner corners in it. I love using highlighter here, especially with like a goldeny look. I'm not going to do any on my nose or anything, I think that'd be a bit too much. And I'm just going to use my, I'm just going to do the last three bits like sped up a little bit. I'm just using the Urban Decay All Night Ultra Matte. I don't feel like this makes my face more matte, I just feel like it makes my face last a bit longer. And then I'm going to use the Maybelline Sky High Mascara and then the Revolution Brow Glue on my eyebrows. I'm just going to speed it up a little bit. Okay, if you just saw that, I sneezed. I did the top lashes on this side. I sneezed. If you see black under my eyes, no you don't. I'm just going to take my lip balm off because my lips were really crusty before. I'm not going to lie, it's winter. There we go. And let's use my red. This is like a nail polish. It's not. It's the Fenty liquid lipstick. They're called Stunner Lip Paints. This is in the shade Uncensored. This is beautiful. I also love the formula of the colours of Maybelline's Superstay Matte Inks. They're stunning too. I just prefer how thin this formula is. I'm just going to apply it. I know I'm like bending down a lot. It's because I rest my mirror on my thigh. give it a minute to dry. He's very bright. I used to hate red lipstick. There's something about this one that I just love. It looks a little bit darker in real life than on camera. It looks quite bright on camera. Let me just even then it looks a bit darker in real life than on camera. I look very bright. It will dry down. I'm just gonna let it dry. There we go. It's pretty dry. So that is it. Hope you enjoyed. Well, there you guys go. I hope you enjoyed this video, and if you did, give it a thumbs up. If you want to see more of me, then hit the subscribe button down below. I make videos every single Saturday pretty much. I think I've missed a few in the last year, but yeah, every single week on a Saturday. So yeah, bye guys.